Hello and welcome to Martin Lucas Investors channel. My name is Sensei Crypto and today we're going to be doing the Sunday show. I'm just seeing if I've got a few. I've just come live and it says I've got an issue, so I'm just checking this. I think it's all okay now. I think we are live. Sorry about that. Let me make sure we are all okay. Let me turn. I think it's all okay now. Yeah, we are live. I apologize for the strange start to the show, but we are live now. Thank you all for tuning in. We just had a small issue to begin with. And now I see that my audio is a little bit off from when I'm saying things, so I apologize for that, but we will continue with the show. I think we are okay. So welcome into the show. This is the last Sunday show before we have Martyn back. We are all very excited to welcome Martyn back. Not this week, but next week. Actually, I have one more show. That is a lie. I've got one more show, and then Martyn will be back. He won't be back. He'll be back next month. Not this Monday, but not tomorrow, but the next Monday we'll have Martyn back. We are all very excited to have Martyn back, and we hope he's had a restful break. I think my audio is better now. Let's have a look at your comments. We've got Fight Channel here. Yes, it is a bit of a quieter show. We have had a time change in the UK, so a lot of the audience on a Sunday show I've noticed is about 50% UK audience. So it takes normally a week for everyone to get used to. It's an 8 o'clock show rather than a 9 o'clock show in the UK, as there's been a daylight savings hour change. Fight Channel says I need a review on XLM. Sure, we can do a review on XLM. Is that the crypto or the stock? Please let me know. Martyn's here. I want to thank Sensei so much for his support and service. Thank you so much. Your show is wonderful to have on the channel. I'll be back on Monday the 4th of November. Martyn will be back on the 4th of November, starting a new fresh week in November. That'll be very exciting. Thank you, Martyn, for your kind words. I always I'm very thankful for your willingness to have me on your show and the partnership we have created on this channel. Always very grateful of that, and I thank you for allowing me to have a voice on the charts. So thank you. Henrik is here. Good evening all. Please do hit the like button. Let everyone know we are live. There has been a time change, so a lot of people don't know that we're live right now. So please do hit that like button. It will help out a lot. Where's NVIDIA heading on Monday? MS, if you become a member, we can have a look. But I will also be looking at NVIDIA as it's one of the key stocks for this channel. But I'd love for you to become a member, MS. Tim Rogers, hello Sensei. How's hope your week was productive? Yes. Tim Rogers, it's been a busy week, productive week. Thank you, Tim Rogers. Welcome to the show. Vaz is here. He knows about the time change. Welcome in, Vaz. Thank you for joining. I've missed you all. Can't wait to see you all. Thank you, Martyn. We've missed you too. Here we go. We've got a super chat.
Tim Rogers donated $2 through a super chat. Sensei, review PMI after it kills earning.
View PMI. So thank you, Tim Rogers, for starting us off with a super chat. We'll look at that straight away. I'll have that on. It has review PMI after its killer earnings. It's had good earnings, has it? Let's have a look. PMI. Are we looking at the Premier Milton Group PLC? Let me have a look. No, that hasn't had a PMI. PMI. I'm just looking at ticker symbol PMI. Are we looking at it on the Swiss stock market? I think we're looking at it on the Swiss Philip MRRS International. I think that's what we're looking at. So we'll have a look at that. Can't wait when Martyn's back. I sold all my S&P 5. Vaz, I know you haven't done that. Can't wait till Martyn's back. I sold all my S&P 500 and bought GME and FFIE and lost all my money because Martyn wasn't here to tell me not to. Very funny, Vaz. I hope you haven't. I know you haven't. Martyn found that funny as well. Mud floods and parachuting to be underside of Earth. I don't understand what that is. Hope you've had a good time, Martyn and Leah. Hi, and thoughts on NVIDIA next week, bullish or bearish? MS, welcome in. Please do consider becoming a member, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. We will have a look at NVIDIA later on. If you want us to look at it straight away, you can do a super chat or become a member. Philip Morris International. Yes, thank you, Tim Rogers. Let's have a look at it. It's not like the US, it's not like something listed on the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ. As you can see, the chart is very volatile, not volatile, but we don't have a lot of data. Even though the market capitalization is really, really big, for some reason it jumps all over the place on a day-to-day basis. We have gaps in data, but we can certainly have a look at it. So you are right, it's had a great, brilliant earnings. Philip Morris International shares rose 8% after strong third quarter results, leading analysts to boost their price predictions for the stock. So that's always good news. All-time highs on this stock. Let's see if we have a target for this move to the upside. We have a clear high, all-time high back in 2017, clear low back in, I assume that's 2020, and target has been hit. The target was 104 Swiss francs, and we're now 113 Swiss francs. So we're on our way to our next target, which currently sits at 140 Swiss francs. So that's our first, we've hit our first target. So let me bring that back and make a note of our first target there. We've surpassed that. The RSI is overbought, so be careful. However, if the momentum wants to continue, that is fine. To be overbought for a while, this is the most overbought this has been on the 3-day time frame in the history of this stock. Move on to the weekly time frame, and yes, it's also the most overbought this stock has been, so I'll be very careful. There might be another buy zone at $104 again. We might come back down to there once this move has slowed down. Our next buy zone would be around $81 if it does, if this move doesn't carry on. But if it's been a strong earnings, then I'm looking towards that $140 target, 140 Swiss franc target. Is there anything else? We've got this high to low, which also suggests. Let me just get that accurate. It's kind of hard to see with the data gaps on the stock. We might have a few, if you want to take profits, there's a few shorter term targets before we also have correlation of the 140 Swiss franc target. We've got one at $116 if you want to ladder out of your position, 116 Swiss francs, 131 Swiss francs. And then 140 Swiss francs as well as our main take profit zone, but we do have two on the way. 116, it can be a bit of resistance slash take profit. 131 can be a bit of resistance slash take profits, and then the main target of $140. The buy zones would be $104 limit orders and $81 as well. If we do break $104, because we are very overbought, if this takes a turn for the worse, then you can look to be buying back at $81. And if you want to be a bit more aggressive with your buys, you can buy again at $90 as well. But yeah, that's about it on this stock. Just be careful, very overbought, 83 on the weekly. On the 3-day, you're also very overbought at 86. And on the daily, you are overbought at 86. So at some point, this will cool down. It definitely will cool down. That could mean it just goes sideways for a little while, or it does also mean it can come down as well. We might hit the next target of $116 before we do cool down, but I'll be very careful as the stock is very overbought at this moment in time. But contrary to that, stocks can be overbought for a while. So for example, this stock can run up to $131 in a week and then cool off.
Tim Rogers donated $2 through a super chat. Take a look at Cava, please.
Thank you, Tim Rogers, again. Thank you for all your support. It is not just a donation to get your stock done. You're not only doing that, you are actually supporting the show, which is very, very kind. Thank you, Tim Rogers. We'll just have a quick look at Joby, and we'll get straight onto that. So, Joby, you're saying, I think it's the last time buying around. Something's going on, and I don't like it. Why is that? I apologise. oh, no, I've messed up. Okay, that's back online. Joby, $5. So yeah, we do have this upwards trend on Joby. You can see the blue line is higher lows, so that the trend is sort of, the downside trend is to the upside, which is good. It means more people are buying this. However, people are also selling it every time it pops up, so it's something you need to be careful about. I've had my buy zone last time at $4.79. We had on this upwards trend line, and then we had our bottom at $4.64, which never came through, but we did get a buy at $4.88. It can go a bit lower, in my opinion. It can come to $4.90 again, but we do have a massive gap that will probably buy up. So we're looking to target $5.90. Once we break $5.90, you're looking at $6.60 and then $7. So yeah, there is much more upside potential than downside at this moment in time. So yeah, we can look to go back up to $5.90 very quickly. The next, we just got a super chat. Filecoin, Chris King. I'll have a look at Filecoin. That's one of the coins I've been buying recently, but we'll look at that later on. We've just got a super chat, so we have to focus on the super chats of Cava on the New York Stock Exchange. So you can see the data is much better here on the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, so again, it's another one which is just at all-time highs. I just want to stress something. Just because a stock is at all-time highs doesn't mean you need to take your profits. I mean, yes, you don't want to get greedy. If you need the money, you want to take the profits. If you can't afford for the stock to come down anymore, then yes, take your profits. However, when a stock goes up, you do have to let your winners run. Just like a lot of people let their losers continue, you continue holding your losers. You have to use the same strategy on your winners. If you just let your losers lose, then why aren't you letting your winners run? So yeah, I just want to stress it. Sometimes, especially the S&P 500, I make my case saying, okay, it's at all-time highs, I wouldn't be buying now. Maybe I wouldn't be buying now, but if I was holding it, there's nothing wrong with holding it because my average price is much lower. Even if it drops, I'll still be in profit. So just because you look at a stock like Cava right now and it's at all-time highs and it's just been going up basically in a straight line for a stock, that doesn't initially just tell me straight away, look, this stock is overbought. Same with the indicator. If the indicator is overbought, it doesn't mean that the stock's going to come down. It just means that there's been a lot of buying. That buying is probably happening for a reason. Yes, the indicator normally resets, but just because something's overbought, that's when most of the gains are made. Once the stock becomes overbought, you then see the majority of the gains. For example, if you look down here, last time Joby was just hit the overbought region. It just hit overbought in August 16th. So if you look at a stock and you go, oh, okay, it's overbought, I'm not going to buy it. That was August 16th. Joby was overbought. That's the first time it became overbought in that section. And by the time it hit the peak of its overbought, it was by the end of that run, it was up 33% more. After it hit overbought. So that's the majority of its gains happened as soon as it hit overbought. So this stock isn't actually overbought right now. It was. It's selling off a little bit. In my opinion, that's because it's hit another take profit zone on its Fibonacci. So I've taken its high to its low. That second target that we just saw on the previous stock you suggested, Tim Rogers, that was that red line. We already hit the blue line. The last stock we looked at was, in relation to its Fibonacci point, was somewhere... let me get the tool up. It was somewhere around here. The last stock in relation to price, it was somewhere around here. So that other stock we're looking for it to hit the 2618. This stock has actually hit the second target, which is the 2618, and it's reacting. So the second target of the stock has been hit. So yes, we can start looking at the third target. The higher you go on the targets, the more unlikely it is to happen in this move. You normally see a bigger correction. So we are looking for maybe more of a reset before the stock goes on to hit its third target, or maybe a new target is reached. We do have the possibility that there is a gap here, so I wouldn't be surprised if the stock comes down to $104. So that is a buy zone. $104 is a buy zone on this stock. Again, if you want to be a bit more bullish with your buy, $127 is a buy zone. And if you want to hold your stock or only take a bit of profits, you do have your next take profit zone at $166. Tim Rogers, brilliant. You must be doing well. I think that's a lot of people don't do that. And I've just seen your comment saying I hold positions for 10 years plus. I never sell winners. Yes, because what happens, I don't know if anyone can relate to this in the chat. Let me know. What normally happens with retail investors, retail traders, or retail investors is you've got a winning stock. You've made a nice percentage, let's say 50%, and then you've got stocks in your portfolio that are down 50%. You sell your winners, and then you buy your losers, which might seem sensible. It's I guess it's the most what's the word? Instinctual thing to do. You've made some money on something. One of your stocks has gone down. You double up on the stock that's gone down, but in practice, that actually normally goes really badly, because what you've done is you've sold your winner, you've bought into one of your losing stock. Your losing stock tends to continue going down because the trend is to the downside. Your winning stock, the one that's up 50%, you've just sold and that's continued going up. I'd like to know if anyone has had experience with selling their winners, putting it into the stocks that are you think might be more undervalued, and then that stock goes down, and the one you sold continues going up. That's what a lot of people do, and I'm happy you're not doing that, Tim Rogers. So now I know you've got longer term targets. You might sell. There's nothing wrong with selling a little bit at certain levels. Laddering out your position is a much better way of doing that. Laddering out your position and laddering into other positions. So the first place to ladder out on this stock was $127. Now it's $140, and you've got your final real big target of $166. And now you're looking to buy, if you're really bullish, $127. And $105, I think, might be the next big, the next cycle of the stock might bring it all the way back down to $105 because of that previous gap. Remember, 90% of the gaps on a stock get filled, so you might want to have some buy orders at $105. Right now, it's not overbought. Your MACD is showing that you're sort of starting to bring the momentum to the downside. You've hit your second target. I'd be a bit more cautious with this stock. I would have my limit orders set up. I would have sold some by now. Have some limit orders for the more long term at $166 to sell, and have some limit orders if I'm really bullish at $127 to buy, and if I can wait a bit longer at $105 to $98 to buy, my limit orders to buy. And in a recession situation, you're looking at $71, $72 to buy. But that is Cava. We did have a suggestion a long time ago from Fight Channel to look at XLM, the crypto XLM. So let's have a quick look at that. He was the first in the show, so we have to have a look at that. XLM. Again, XLM. Would I buy XLM? I would rather buy XRP. They do sort of move in tandem, but XLM is just basically a version of XRP, but XRP is more widely used and widely known. XLM is currently actually at a buy zone, and the buy zone is this upwards trend line. So it's a very, very long-term buy zone, trending all the way back down to 2017. These are the higher lows you're looking at. More people are buying this crypto. 2017, 2017, 2020, 2023, 2023, 2023, and then you've got a lot of action around 2024, which was holding this trend line. So right now, around 9 cents, you're looking at buy zone for XLM. Capitulation might occur on this crypto, and then you're looking at 7 cents as well. So you're at a buy zone for XLM, looking to buy around now and around 7 cents. Again, not financial advice, just the stock is saying this is a buy zone, this is a level of support around 9 cents, 9.5 cents, and 7.5 cents. Your next target is 17 cents, and where this bull market might take us will be 43 cents and maybe highs of 80 cents. if XRP goes to $5, then you might be looking at this crypto going above and beyond $1. But yes, this is looking like a nice buy zone on XLM. Joby, we looked at Joby. Do you know the percentage? No, we only answered that. Thank you, Tim Rogers. What's up with Filecoin? Is there something wrong with Filecoin? I hope not. I've just bought some. Maybe it's the I'm a Kramer. Oh God, what's happening with the camera? Why is that stuck? Hopefully it'll connect again in a second. I apologise for this situation. And we're back. I apologise. I'm going to have to rewire the camera for next show. Filecoin is one of the cryptos I'm buying at the moment. I'm not sure if people saw my tweet last week. I'm buying altcoins again. I've bought XRP, Gala, Crow, Filecoin, VeChain. I've bought a few more. Please do follow me on Twitter. Let me put that in the chat. What Filecoin is one of those coins I've been buying. We're near a bottom, in my opinion. We've got this range, these range lows, and we're close enough, in my opinion. Around $3, I'll be buying, because this crypto, I believe, can go. All-time highs is $250. It's at $3 now. If it doesn't make it all the way up there, it can go all the way up to. I'm assuming a 10x, or at least back up to $30. So nothing's wrong with Filecoin right now. It seems like it's forming a base, and I'm looking forward to seeing where Filecoin goes. So nothing wrong with Filecoin. So Chris King, don't be worried. Again, crypto very, very risky. I also bought Tesla puts at 180. Oh, I wouldn't have done that. Again, it's one of those things. A stock performs well, and people assume it has to go down. It's actually more likely it's the other case. If a stock starts going up, then it might be a trend change. And right now on Tesla, it does look like the trend is changing. We had a downwards trend. The momentum is now to the upside. It's about to break this last level of resistance. It sort of already has. And now I might be changing my stance from bearish to bullish on Tesla if this trend, if we do close next week above $269. It's looking good. You have bought Tesla puts at $180. I've also bought Tesla $180 puts. Oh yeah, I wouldn't have done that, but again, I'm not giving advice, so good luck to you. Sensei, can you review Trump Media and Technology Group? Trump Media and Technology Group. DJT. Wow, look at that buy zone. Buy zone at $12. $16. Now we're just going through all the resistance points. Your next resistance is at $45. Your next support is at $34. This is a very, very volatile stock. I'll be very careful. $45 next take profit, and if you break through there, then you're looking at maybe $56. If you break $56, $78. But right now, you're just breaking through each resistance point. Momentum is to the upside. You're not overbought on the weekly. On the daily, you are slightly overbought, but there's no bearish divergence as of yet. So you're on your way to $45, it seems. Thank you, Sensei. Thanks. I will let others participate. You know, I will always support you and Martyn. I enjoy the content. Tim Rogers, that's very kind. Thank you for that. But you can also ask as many questions as you like. What do you think is best bet, CrowdStrike or AMD? Peter, if you become a member, we can have a look at both, but we have to focus on the members. I hold position for 10 years. It's happened again, and my mouth is open for some reason. I don't like that. Okay. Oh no, what's going on? What's going on? I apologize for this. There must be something wrong with the camera. I think you can still hear me fine. Let me check. Oh no, What's going on? What's going on? I apologise for this. There must be... Yeah, I think you can hear me fine. We're just having camera issues today. So I'll definitely put that. I'll definitely fix that for next week's show. I don't like it when things like this happen. I want to bring you guys the best visuals, sound, and everything. I'm trying to be up to Martyn's standard, but I never can seem to be. But we always strive to bring you the best quality content. And right now, I apologise for the camera situation. I nearly missed the show. It's on early. James, you did. I was surprised you weren't here, but I do forgive you. It is because, as I did mention earlier, times change. We go off the US time, and it has affected the viewership because a lot of our viewers on a Sunday show, I think around 45% are from the UK. But thank you. You did find it. Did it pop up on your homepage? How did you see us? Thank you for joining us, James. Please hit the like button for Sensei. Yes, please do hit the like button. Thank you, James. Thank you, James, again for what you did for me this week. It's very, very kind. Do check your Discord messages as well. Who thinks Tesla will continue going up? I'm actually quite bullish on Tesla, just because the momentum seems to be on its side right now. What actually caused it to go up? Was it news driven? Let me see. Oh, it was the earnings, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the earnings. Yeah, it really did beat on earnings, 21% beat. So yeah, looking good on Tesla, breaking key supports. The downtrend that we had over here seems to be ending, and we're starting an uptrend. Yes, there is a gap at some point that might get filled, but if we close above these levels next week, then it's looking good for Tesla. Sensei, I'm going to load up on Crow. I'm just getting ready to start buying. It's getting cheaper again now. I did buy some Crow, James, last week. I don't know if you saw my tweet. I'm starting to buy these altcoins. They're looking good. CRO 7 cents to $1. You can sort of you can imagine this going back to $1 in the bull market. So over a 10x in a year, you would take that. So again, very risky, and it can suddenly capitulate lower, but I would definitely start buying these altcoins now. And James W said, I don't believe Tesla margins will continue. I believe it will trade sideways through Q1. Yeah, it can go sideways, but it does look like it's the momentum is. It doesn't look like it has too much more downwards potential left on Tesla. Can you look at DXCM? DXCM. So DXCM, market cap of 28 billion. Medical device company which engages in design, development and commercialization of glucose monitoring system. So it's had a massive drop, which hasn't been filled as a gap. It is at nice support. Just having an overview of the stock. Just putting the horizontal resistances and supports for now. But yeah, the stock is actually looking not too bad for a buy right now. So what we're looking at is obviously some bad news came out back in July. It dropped a lot. It dropped 41% in a day. So, but since it's been consolidating and going sideways, I think once you break out of this sideways structure of the accumulation, If you break to the downside, then that's not good. You're looking at $46. If this sideways accumulation does break to the upside, then you're looking at a quick rebound back up to that $109 mark. There might be a few resistance points on the way, $90 for example, but there is accumulation going on. It's dropped, it's gone sideways. If it breaks the downside, then you're looking at a buy zone at $46. If it breaks the upside, you're looking at $109. So what would I be doing now? Accumulation is going on. If I do like the fundamentals of the company, I'd be buying, I'd be DCAing into the stock between these ranges, normally around the $66 range, and then having limit orders, either to buy more between $40 and $46, or to sell at just under $109, maybe $100 will be some psychological resistance. But this is looking good because you've got some support when you look to the left. You've got plenty of room to run to the upside to $164 at all-time highs. And the downwards potential, you just buy some more, between $47 and $40, as it looks like a very well-established company. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere. So it's looking good. Thank you for the suggestion. We might add it to DXCM. Let's add it to the new stock list, DXCM. So what I'm doing here is making a new stock list of undervalued companies slash companies I want to hold for the long term. I'll do some more research about these companies and then make it into a pie on Trading 212. So that will be exciting. If you have any suggestions on stocks that you think you should be held, that are undervalued, or staple stocks in a portfolio of a long-term holding for at least 3 to 7 years, so again, not very long term, but holding for at least 5 years, let me know and we can add it to the portfolio. So thank you, Real Mexican Joker. We looked at that. Thank you, Filecoin dumped on Friday. It just made me anxious. Chris King, I mean, crypto is going to... It might have a day where Filecoin drops 30%, 20%. If Bitcoin drops 10%, then these altcoins can drop very, very quickly. So if it makes you anxious, you might have too much invested, and I'll be careful with crypto. Tim, I'm amazed how much Tesla went up. I was going to buy some the day before it went up, but I didn't. I missed the boat. So I would have been amazed. I would be amazed if it went up more now. Yeah. Again, James, before you joined, we talked about letting your winners run. Just because something's gone up doesn't mean it won't continue going up. Just like letting your losers, you double up on your losers, but you don't double up on your winners, which in theory, it should apply to both. A lot of people must be taking profits on Tesla stock, especially those who have been locked into the stock for a long time with the stock. Yeah, but remember, people buying Tesla are looking at it for a very long-term perspective. We have time for Boeing, of course, lads. Let's have a look at Boeing right now. Boeing. Boeing, $95 billion market capitalization. We've got a clear trend line from 2020 to the upside. Oh, looking like an amazing buy right now on the trend line. I mean, if it breaks the trend line, then it's not good, but you're sat at support right now. 2019, it was sat all the way at 432. What is this? New York Stock Exchange, yeah, the dollars. Yeah, I mean, it's looking good. Mainly that blue trend line that I've got on the screen. Just looking to see if there's... That looks like 50% there. The resistance over there. Sorry, let me get rid of the Fibonacci points. So it's looking good because you're at this upwards trend line. It is a level of support, the first buy zone actually for a long time. You've got the first buy zone, $149, basically where we're at now. You've got another support level at $137 and $101. So you've got 3 different buy zones there, and you're looking to sell at $265 as your first take profit, $362, and then all-time highs. So right now, Boeing company is looking good. Thank you for the suggestion, and you're very you actually kind of you've got a long way to run on the RSI. You're very you're not oversold, but I do have plenty of room to the upside. It's time to start investing in Samsung, says Wolf. So let's have a look. Have a look at it. What stock market is this on? On the London Stock Exchange. Yeah, I agree. Just because you're looking at previous highs of 2017, you've got resistance there, support from 2022, and you're back at it now. So it is your first buy level. So SMSD looking good for a buy. We can add that to our new stock list. SMSD, and we can also add Boeing. BA. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. We can have a look at it and see if it should be added to the portfolio, where I do further research and create a pie. I agree. As many thought car volume would be down, it surprised Wall Street. I still believe James Douglas said that under $300 is still a buy, but I'm a holder, not a trader. Tim, I agree. I think Tesla will be excellent stock to hold for the future. A lot of people day trade Tesla, though. I would be amazed if it did not drop a bit, as a lot of people must have taken profits. Yes. But when it comes to earnings as well, there's lots of institutions that look at those earnings reports, and then they update their targets. So institutions might be upping their positions. But I agree. There's a lot of trade. I mean, Tesla is probably one of the most retail traded stocks out there as well. Real Mexican Joker, thank you. I did not think a lot of people would be buying Tesla now, though, as it's so high, only holding or taking profits, but Tesla seems to be going up. So, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, NVIDIA, these big tech stocks have been making all-time highs, but you look at Tesla, I think Tesla was one of the most overbought stocks in history back in 2021, because it was very undervalued. This is when I was buying it between $11 and $25. And then it went on this crazy run, where it basically did 1,380% in just over a year and a half. And then it's been going sideways and down. A lot of these major companies like Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA are making new all-time highs, and Tesla hasn't made all-time, has basically gone downwards and sideways over the last 3 years. So this will eventually make all-time highs, and I think it will do that next year. So you have to give it perspective and see that it has only been going downwards and sideways for the last 3 years, even though it probably should have done that downwards and sideways, because it was very overbought back then. But 3 years have gone on, the company's continued to grow, new lineups have come out, so at some point that the price will continue to go up. I do not think, thank you, the longer the strike at Boeing goes on will provide a great opportunity. Thank you, Tim Rogers. I've put that on my stock list. Who thinks NVIDIA will continue going up, trade sideways or drop? I've been waiting for a dip, but NVIDIA seems so strong at the moment, the dip might not come. I'm being patient to buy a dip. Yeah, be patient. Patience is always good, especially when a stock has done something that very few stocks have ever done. NVIDIA, my last buy zone was $116, I think. No, $100. We bought it at $100. That was the last buy zone. You go. Someone was commenting about it on Discord and said, "Thank you so much for the buy zone. $101." We called it exactly. That was our buy zone. Since then, we've been bringing our buy zone up. $116. $130 was the big breakout. I said if we break that, we make all-time highs, and we have. Would I be buying NVIDIA now? Probably not. There's a lot of different value opportunities in the market at the moment. NVIDIA has gone on a crazy run. Yes, it probably continues to go up, but how much more can it go up? It's gone up 250% in the last year, which I guess is not that much. 2022, it's gone up 1,000%. So yeah, at some point this stock will stabilize and start going sideways. I'd rather put my money somewhere else. The next target on NVIDIA is $172. But again, not financial advice. I just can't bring myself to buy NVIDIA at these levels. Maybe I should. Maybe I should take my own advice of let the winners run, and this is one of the winners, and it'll probably continue going up. But as long as I'm putting my money somewhere else, I don't have to worry about it too much. Oh, we've got £10 super chat from Vaz. Let's not forget the music channel. If everyone watches one song a day, we can keep the watch hours above 4,000. I did the maths, trust me. But seriously, let's give it some attention. Thank you so much, Vaz. Martyn will really appreciate that. So Vaz is doing a big call for everyone to go type in Martyn Lucas music, or Martyn Lucas. It should come up. The channel is called Martyn Lucas. Let's all watch some of the music videos straight after the show, and every day, if we just continue listening to some of the videos, then we can keep the channel alive. That's the least we can do for Martyn. Thank you, Vaz, for that super chat. Did you have a stock suggestion along with that super chat as well, Vaz? Let me know. Would you review Palantir? Let's have a look at Palantir. Last time we said it's going to all-time highs. What's going on now? I haven't looked at it. PLTR. Yeah, all-time highs. Predicted it. Just, I mean, what do you want to do now? We're buying the stock at $7. Martyn was buying it between $7 and $12. Now it's at $44. Yeah, all-time highs. Yes, you've got your next target at $69, but the gains should have been made. There was plenty of opportunity to buy the stock. It's $33 maybe next. But if you want to become a member, we'll give a super chat. We can do a more in-depth analysis. But that's gone exactly as predicted. Okay, now we've got a bit of time, no more suggestions. Let's have a look at some crypto. So what do we have? We've got a few cryptos I've been buying. Dogecoin, I haven't actually bought, but I should be buying Dogecoin. This, I believe, will go back to $1 next year. So Dogecoin is on my radar. If it has a big drop, I'll be buying it. Polkadot, I've bought some. I think this is at a good opportunity at $4. I'm expecting this to go above $40. So 10x on Polkadot. It's sat at some support right now, so Polkadot is looking good. ADA, I wouldn't bother with too much. Yes, it'll probably go up to maybe $1, maybe $2, but it's more of a last cycle token. I don't see the momentum. I don't see too much momentum in this crypto. I would buy it much lower at 15 cents. Mana, there is a lot of value. It is sat closer to some more palatable levels, 23 cents, 13 cents. I'll be looking to buy some right now, maybe not, but Mana does also have the potential of doing a 10x from these levels. CRO, it's at its first buy zone. I'll be looking to buy some more at 5 cents as well. If it does go down that low, Filecoin is sat at support right now. We just discussed it. I'll buy some more if it hits $2.20. I've done my first buys at $3.50. Sandbox. Again, I'm not sure if this will make a massive resurgence next cycle. I am looking to buy. I have actually bought some recently, and I'll be buying some more at 15 cents. Bitcoin is finally done its big breakout. It's tested its support, and we're looking for Bitcoin. Let me give you the target again. Fibonacci from the high to the low. We're looking to get between 85,000 and 90,000 in the next couple months, and that money will finally flow into the altcoins next year, or the beginning of next year. 2025 is the big crypto bull market. That's when we're expecting it to happen. Again, it's not a 100% certain thing, but that is when the cycle should explode. The altcoins 2025 should be the big year for crypto. EGLD, haven't bought any of that. VeChain, I've bought a slight amount. I'm looking to buy some more at 1.5 cents, 1 cent, for example. Target on that is about $1. Shiba Inu, haven't buying any of that recently, although it does actually, if you're into your meme coins, you might be looking to buy some soon. XRP dropped below 50 cents the other day. Again, every time it drops below 50 cents, that is a buy zone for me. I'm looking to target $1.60, $2.90, $3.80, $5, $6, $7. Those are my areas I'm going to be laddering out of XRP. So anything under 50 cents, I'd love DCAing into XRP at those levels. 40 cents, we've been trading it every time it hit 40 cents. So good buy levels. Toncoin, I think that's going to be one for this bull market. $4.38 would be a great place to buy. I'm expecting this maybe to go up to at least $15, $20. I think this is going to be a big coin of this bull cycle. Gala, gaming. You want to be exposed to every different sector in the crypto because different waves come. It's all about market sentiment. It's all about reading the minds of others. And Gala is one of the big gaming tokens. So if there's a gaming sentiment, you'd want to be in something like Gala. And that is around buy zones at the moment, 15 cents, 20 cents. Again, targeting $1. It's actually at 2 cents, sorry, targeting around $1 for Gala. Or just, 50 cents would be brilliant on Gala as well. What else do we have? XLM we looked at earlier in the show. Matic I wouldn't be too bothered about. And Coinbase is the main stock. If you're just looking at stocks, again, this is at resistance. We're buying this. I think I gave a super chat to Martyn when this was around $20. $30 maybe, to buy Coinbase, and now it's at $200. This went as high as $282. If this does have a nice drop, I'll be buying some more Coinbase, targeting $352 in the next 5 months, I think, for Coinbase, and then all-time highs next year for Coinbase as a stock. Let's go back to your comments. That was a quick crypto overview. Sensei, I think I'll be buying altcoins like Crow is a wise move at the moment. Crow is getting cheap, and I also believe it will hit $1. Yes, James, I think it's a good time to be buying these altcoins. I agree with you, and Crow is one of the main ones. I want to thank Vaz so much for keeping the channel alive. He watches 2 songs on loop. I do notice these things. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vaz. Thank you, Martyn, for bringing that to our attention. Thank you, Vaz, for doing that. I watched 2 songs which are virtually mine now. You're welcome, World Piano Man. Can't wait for the first party when you're back. Yes, we're all looking forward to it. Thank you, Vaz. Sensei, you should do a new Sensei crypto challenge, 500 to 5,000 for crypto. I'm getting in the altcoins with you. Altcoins have been quiet for a while. Gains will come when least expected. Yes, James, another crypto challenge. Maybe. We have to consider that, but thank you for the suggestion, James. If you have time, take a look at CVS. Thank you, Real Mexican Joker. I think we've got time for one more, so yes, we'll have a look at that, especially that you've super chatted. As Sensei is shy of the accordion and doesn't want to play any songs. Sorry, Vaz, I'll leave that to Martyn. You don't want to see me play the accordion or sing. I'm very happy with my Sunday shows. I think we'll get a lot of unsubscribing if you see me play the accordion, play the piano, or sing. We do not want that. CVS Health Corporation, New York Stock Exchange. Thank you for the super chat, Real Mexican Joker. I think I've been doing the Sunday shows for over a year now. It must be. I think we missed my 1-year anniversary of Sunday shows. I should. I'm going to go look and see when my first Sunday show was, and keep an eye out for the 2-year anniversary of the Sunday show. That'll be fun. I think it's been over a year, but I'll have a look. Maybe we haven't missed it yet. Anyway, CVS. Earnings in 10 days, volatility coming up, market cap of 70 billion, very well-established company. As a health solutions company which engages in the provision of healthcare services, it operates through following segments. Yes, I guess we can guess that from the name. Sort of in a big range at the moment. Last high to low. Didn't quite reach your target. Didn't quite reach the Fibonacci target last time around. Sometimes it's hard to see a trend straight away on a chart. I mean, what you're hoping for, there's been a big run up, sideways downwards movement, and then another big run up, and now you're coming back down. So what you're looking for is this downwards momentum to finish, So you've got this trend that's basically to the downside. And then you've got a few trends that are showing you that you've got support at $43. You might have some upwards support brewing up. So instead of looking at levels of support, this might be a stock where you look at when is the momentum changing back to the upside. And one of the ways to check that is, when are you going to break out of this trend line? Is this trend line going to continue? And you've got buy zones at $43 and levels you're at now. And that could be one way of doing it, having your buy zone set out over here. However, sometimes when the momentum's to the downside, you can, and there's no clear buy zones, you can see a stock break out of this trend, come back down, and that might be the best place to buy when you break the trend. And what I mean by that, if you look at what happened last time, we had this trend to the downside. And then what happened is, when you broke this trend to the downside, there was a fake out, so always be careful of the fake outs. But when you did actually break out this trend for real, that was the point. The trend was to the downside, you broke the trend, and then you went on your move where you, from that point, went up 74% in just over a year. So you might be looking at the same thing. It's happened before, where you've had this trend to the downside, and then you've broken out. Now you've got this trend to the downside, and you might be looking at a breakout of this trend. If you don't want to do it that way, then you might look at support at $43 and take profits at $87 and $100. I don't think we've bottomed out yet, but there is a possibility that you are bottoming out. So you want to keep an eye out on the trend and see when you break out of the downwards trend. RSI is looking fine. MACD is green, but it's trending downwards. So maybe this small trend over here might continue. So I'd keep a good eye on that. This is not one of the easiest stocks to read. If you're looking in more long term, you're looking at take profits at $87, $100, and buy zones at $44. If there's a recession, you're looking at $30 as another buy zone as well. Please hit the like button, says James. Thank you, James. I think we're coming up to the end of the show. Could you please look at Gorilla Technology? Yes, we can quickly look at that. GRR. There's no point looking at that. It's just down, down, down. I can't give you any analysis on that. It's a $50 million market cap. Good luck with that stock, and very, very high risk. Can't wait for Martyn to come back. We all can't wait for Martyn to come back. We have to give him a nice welcome back. He'll be back. Was it the 4th? Not this Monday, but the Monday after. Monday, 4th of November, Martyn will be back. We've got one more Sunday show, and then Martyn will be back, and we're all looking forward to it. Remember, Martyn is still on Twitter. He is still posting here and there, so do go and check out Martyn's Twitter. If he does any trades, he always lets us know. He did a great trade on Enphase, a great trade on McDonald's as well, great trade on the S&P 500. He always does great trades when he's away from the show. We do have to respect that when he's live on the show, not only is he giving out, it's very hard to be trading when you're live on YouTube. If you're live every day, you can't take advantage of the trades. So Martyn is giving up a lot of money because he does some great trades just by being live. He could make a lot more money trading than he could off YouTube, but of course he loves the members, he loves YouTube, and we just have to keep that in mind as well. But thank you, Martyn, for being live every day, and we look forward to having you back, as does everyone else. Any other questions? I insist the sun always shines on TV when Martyn's best single on the channel since I started watching him. Rocket Lab, RKLB. Rocket Lab, that's just continued. At resistance, your next take profits at $15 on Rocket Lab. I'll just show you the chart if you want to look at that. Sensei, great work as usual, productive week ahead. Yes, Tim Rogers, let's hope everyone has a great week ahead, productive week. I'll see you next Sunday. Martyn will be back the week after. Thank you for the live show, Sensei. It's much appreciated. Thank you all for tuning in. Always a great pleasure to be live here on Sunday. Thank you, Martyn, for letting me have this platform. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.